This is my first barber video for YouTube. That's pretty dope. I'm excited. I've been hanging on to this video probably about 2 or 3 weeks now. Starting and stopping with the editing, seeing how I want to, just procrastinating. One of my last clients was like, certain stuff you want to do, you just got to jump into it. So anybody out there that's starting a YouTube channel, barbering, just go at it. I know a lot of other people got better voiceovers, better video quality, better content, better, their creativity is, you may think it's better or whatever the case may be. It don't matter. Just jump in it, do it. Just like anything else, after you've been doing it for a while, you start picking up different ways of doing things. Your creativity expands, things like that. So anyway, this is a dude named Caden. Little dude came through. He wanted a mid fade. He wasn't too sure as far as what he wanted. So on this fade, I started off debulking. So I pulled everything up. At first I tried to put clips on it, but with this hair, this specific hairstyle, you want to make sure the hair is not loose, so that when you are running through with your clippers, you're not, snagging some of them hairs at the top. So I put it in nice and tight. You can see when you run the video back, you can see I was pulling the hair as I was going up with the clipper so I don't catch no extra hairs. I use magic clips to debulk. The magic clips don't have the regular steel blade on it. It has a balding blade, so I swapped it out, put a balding blade on it, just so I didn't have to use my trimmers. Sometimes my trimmers, I don't know if I need new trimmers or what, but I don't like taking off that much hair with my trimmers. That balding blade, it do the trick every single time. And if they don't want to get skin close, that balding blade is perfect. It's gonna get it super low without irritating them. It's gonna give it that bald effect without it being like the razor foil or shave. So I recommend that. After I put in my guideline as far as where I wanted to set it with the ball, I went behind it, started with the steel blade open. After I do the steel blade open, I do halfway close, and then I do all the way close going down on it. And that's the same recipe I do with my clippers, no matter what guard I got on. I started with the guard all the way open, close it halfway, then I close it all the way. So yeah, that's the process that I followed on this one. I think what I'm just gonna go over with y'all in this video, and a lot on my channel, is my mistakes. Because you can look at something and be like, yeah, this is how you do it. Yeah, you did it the right way. And it's completely different between you looking at something and saying how to do it and actually doing it. So with me and every other barber, we're using the same steps, but not all our haircuts come out as crispy as the other, so it's obviously some difference. And that's where I think recording these videos really come in handy, because you can look back on your work and be like, oh, I should have did this better, or I should have did this better. So this part that you see right now, I think I'm going through so I got my 1.5 on there. So after I use my 1.5, I go to my 1, and I was trying to get a couple dark spots off. We're gonna see when we get to that point. But overall, what I'm saying is, when you're doing some work and you record it, you can look back and be like, oh, I should have did this. This would have saved me a minute or two. During a haircut, if you can simplify, 3 or 4 steps, and those 3 or 4 steps each took a minute or two, that's gonna shave off, 4 to 10 minutes off your haircut. That's wonderful. That's taking a 45-minute haircut down to 35 minutes, So that's always clutch to be able to do that.
No, not yet. Wait to PS5. Oh, you have to get a PS5? You know, what's yourself ever been to?
So this part here, this is exactly where I was saying I was using the one guard to take off some dark spots. Now I'm using the corner of my one guard, so I definitely got good intention, going about it the right way. Now what I should have did, I should have really either went into it hard with the full length of the clipper to attack the dark area, or just go straight to 1.5, close, and go into it pretty hard. And I recommend a 1.5 close just because, you know, as we cut hair, we rather take off a little bit than take off too much, you know. So if I went into it too hard, then it's going to take that dark transition away, you know, from the fade. And I'm just trying to get rid of these dark spots, you know, so I want it to be seamless, but still have a nice transition. So I should have went through with the 1.5 close and a flick out motion, like hard, like scraping against the skin, you know, pretty tough, to get those hairs right there. So now I just put it on, and then I'm going through, you know, with that flick out motion, and it's coming right out. So I should have started with this, because like I said, that would have saved a little bit of time. But that's what I'm recording videos for, you know, so you can see the trial and error. And I know next time when I set that guideline, I'll be a little more precise as far as what I'm doing. So now I'm just going through the bottom, because you can still see the line. It's not a heavy line, but it's a dark transition at the bottom too. So I'm going with this steel blade open. Now one thing I didn't know when I first started cutting hair was how close the guards are from one guard up and one guard down. So for example, if I have a 0.5 on close, I know that's super close to a steel blade open, you know. So I know if I run over this with a steel blade open, I can run over it with a 0.5 guard close, and it's pretty much going to do the same amount of work. Or if I have the 1.5 close or the one guard open, kind of is going to be the same thing, you know. It's not the same thing, it's very close. So I'm just saying they can kind of run into each other there. Now here, he wanted to take some of his top off. He has some long hair up top, and for curly hair you can't just go in chopping at it, you know. So what I did was, I was like, all right, I'm gonna give you a wash. So when I wash it out, at least I can put a comb through it, stretch the curls, and then give it a more cut. So that's what I did. Yo, speaking of shampoo, if you ain't offering a hot towel and a shampoo, if you're not offering some type of service outside of the cut, you're kind of missing out. I don't shampoo and hot towel every client, but it's a service that they can get. It's free, and I think it's a plus, you know. It's a plus, like, for sure. So if you ain't got no extra services in your barbershop, think of something, you know. Like, I'm not too big with the, you know, with the shoulder massage, you know. I'm not too big on that, so I don't do that too often or offer it, but if they request it, I'll definitely do it. But the shampoo or the hot towel, clutch. It's just add more value to what they gonna get. You know, everybody trying to get a bang for their buck in everything that they do, everything that they buy, you know. So if there's something that you're adding that they'll be able to get that they can't get somewhere else, that's all I'm saying. So I went and grabbed my holding spray. I'm about to do is line up. You see I pulled them baby hairs down, so you can see where they at on here. And with the baby hairs, it's not a tough lineup, but you can, it's a hit or miss. You can do it too long, where it's just hair, you know, that's laying down, that's been edged up, but as soon as that hair lifts, it's just gonna be hair standing up, you know. Or you can do it too short, and they just look ridiculous, like you done pushed their edge back, you know. So it's a hit or miss. What I like to do is I'll stand the hair up first to see where the hairline actually starts. Then I'll lay it down so that I can hit that fine in between the length and where the hair is actually growing from, so that it's a solid edge. You want to make sure you do go over it first with like a low one guard, so that you can knock down any hair that's gonna be standing up once the product is off of it. Going in with the trimmers here. I couldn't wait to get these trimmers. Like when I was in school, these trimmers, I'm just like, I have my eye on them. Like, I want those trimmers so bad. They super nice. I like them. I think they can be sharper. I don't know how to enhance my clippers. You know, I feel like when I do modify them, they're too sharp. You know, so I'm pulling the blade back too far. I don't know how to get it where it's just right, where it's leaving like that ash line, you know, where it's right in between. If you push too hard, I'm gonna get them, but I got you if you don't. You know, so I'm still trying to figure it out. One thing I do know, when I was in school, they would say, you know, it's not the clippers, you know, it's the barber. That's cap. If you got some bad clippers, it's just, it makes your work tougher. If you got good clippers, it makes your work easier. You know, the last thing we want to do is go over a spot more than one time, you know. So that's the thing that I do like about, you know, having some decent clippers. But they definitely got the job done. You see, they crisped them up. I'm gonna go back over again. I felt like the right side was sagging just a little bit. And my right side always be sagging. Like when I put an edge in, when I go to the left, crisp. I probably only got to go over it once or twice. I go to the right side, I have no clue why my right side is always looking like like it's just rolling downhill, you know. So you just gotta take some more, you know, more practice, you know. It's all about cross-referencing, you know, making sure the points are starting at the same side on this forehead as on this one. Pay attention to where the eyebrows are so you know if it's coming, the sidebar is coming to the edge of the eyebrow or not. So it's a lot of different things that can help you, you know, fine-tune your craft. Definitely remain teachable, you know, whether it's watching videos or if you at a shop, you know, pull up next to somebody, try to find a mentor, you know. I found out one of probably the hardest things to find during this time I've been barbering is the actual mentor.
Dang, bro.
Feeling it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Back look good?
Yeah. It's probably the best haircut I probably got.
Oh, man, you gonna make me cry, bro.